everyone, I am Sarah Martin, the Associate Director of Forecasting at Dodge Construction Network, and today we will be looking at July's Momentum Index. As a reminder, the DMI tracks the value of non-residential building projects going into planning, and all of those projects are valued under $500 million. This index leads construction spending by about 12 months. So the Momentum Index increased 7.9% in July to a reading of 216.3. The commercial segment progressed 6.8%, and the institutional segment grew 11.1%. Now, owners and developers are gaining confidence in 2025 market conditions alongside more stable and predictable interest rates, and that's spurring stronger institutional and commercial growth this month. Now, in recent months, the influence of data centers entering the planning queue have really bolstered the growth of the Dodge Momentum Index. But it has become increasingly difficult to parse out the influence of those data centers with what's happening in the rest of the commercial sector. So here I'm showing you what the commercial portion of the DMI would look like if we removed all of the data center projects that entered planning so far in 2024. Now, as you can see, the index would reveal much more stabilized conditions and some stronger momentum in the last few months. And that's a really important point here, right? Growth is becoming more diversified in the commercial portion of this index. Yes, data centers are so strong right now, but retail planning has been consistently gaining steam over the last 8 months. And we've also seen hotels and warehouses doing well over the last 3 to 4 months. Without data centers included, the commercial portion of the index would be flat year over year, and the total DMI would be down about 6%. So moving here to our typical breakout of each segment of the index, right? We have commercial on the left, we've covered that, and then institutional on the right. So this segment of the index has really been moderating from the strong growth that it experienced in 2023, returning to more historically average levels. We saw some large healthcare projects entering the planning queue this month, really helping to bolster growth on this side of the index. But we also saw education planning gaining momentum. After pulling back in March, April, and May, alongside a decline in research and development and life science laboratory projects, it's really returned to growth in June and July. Year over year, the whole DMI is now up 17% compared to July of 2023. The commercial segment is up 35% compared to year-ago levels, and the institutional segment was down about 14% over the same period. So really, it's become increasingly likely that the Fed will begin to cut rates in September of this year. And as that certainty grows, owners and developers are going to remain confident that conditions will be right for their projects in mid to late 2025. Even with removing data centers, the DMI would be up about 23% from 2019 levels. So we know that there's a steady pipeline of projects that are in the queue, and they're going to be ready to break ground in mid to late 2025. And that about wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching today.